All right, well, I am actually going to get started. I don't quite see anyone yet in the live, but I've been trying to go live for a few minutes and actually was having a lot of technical difficulties. I'm in a hotel in Indianapolis, and I think the Wi-Fi is not the greatest. So I'm going to go get started, and if you catch me on the replay, just come on in, type replay, please share. So my name is Dr. Diane Thompson, and I'm double board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation, as well as lifestyle medicine. And I help people with debilitating physical challenges. I help them to adjust, to adapt, and to attain a new normal and a new lease on life. All right, despite whatever has happened to them, I help them with their lifestyle and with just getting themselves back together. So I am so excited this week because this is conference week for me, right? So I'm at the American Academy of Lifestyle Medicine this week to the middle of the week, and then I leave and actually go to Orlando for the Physical Medicine Rehabilitation Conference. And I decided that I wanted to do something that I've never done before. And my plan is for the next 5 days to come on here and to summarize for you some of the highlights from the conference. Often we go to these conferences as medical professionals. We learn a lot and we go home, and sometimes it takes a while before it trickles down to you, the consumer. Well, I'm going to bring it to you. I'm going to be summarizing every morning for about 10 minutes some of the highlights that we've learned from, remember, these conferences bring together the top people in the field. For example, this morning we saw Paul Well-Essison, T. Colin Campbell did the China study, Dean Ornish, Michael Greger of nutritionfacts.org, and How Not to Die. So we have these famous and well-known legends in the field, and they're sharing their information, and there are all these over 1,200 physicians and other health providers that are in the room collecting information, and they go home with this information. And sometimes you don't get it, or you get it indirectly, or it takes a while before it trickles to you. Well, I am going to do better than what has been done in the past. I'm actually going to be summarizing, and in the mornings, basically going over with you some of the major things that we've heard of, things that I know will affect your life in a great way. So let me mention to you, with lifestyle medicine, what we do know is that we actually can, with lifestyle medicine, we can turn around many of the chronic diseases that we know take people's lives. And in case you didn't know, chronic diseases right now is what is the cause of most of the deaths that are going on in the world today. And so we know that there's simple things we can do to make some changes. This hasn't trickled down to what most doctors and nurse practitioners and PAs do, because the system we have set up right now is a sick care system, right? So it takes people like myself and others who are passionate about keeping you healthy and keeping you alive and getting you to have quality life. It takes those people, I apologize, it takes those people like myself to actually come out and share this information outside of our practice and within our practice, right? So some of the key things with lifestyle medicine, so that you remember, are food. That's huge. Food is huge. Food can either heal you or hurt you, and you have to know that when you put it in your mouth, right? So food is huge, and there were several lectures this morning that showed, and these are things I already know, that eating a certain diet was reversing cardiac disease in much the same way as stent would do it. So we know this. People don't know this, but we know this. Exercise is also big, and it doesn't mean you have to join a gym. We actually know that many of the what we call the blue zones, these areas in the country where people live the longest and the healthiest lives. They're very active. They don't have gym memberships, right? But they're very, very active. And so there are ways to do this without actually joining a gym. The two S's, right? So stress and sleep, those are really important. Relationship. Hey there, Dr. Andrea. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Relationship and connectedness. Loneliness is a killer. I mean, we know this for sure. And purpose and passion. We actually know when they look at people, you can have two people who have been through the same thing, but the one who has a bigger purpose, and they think bigger than just themselves, they're able to survive these. So these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about over the next 5 days. And I'm going to meet with you 5 days in a row for about 10 minutes, summarizing and recapping what these experts at these conferences are sharing so that you have this information firsthand. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to join me 7:30 a.m. For the next 5 days. And it's going to be tricky, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to actually be traveling midweek to another conference, but this is my commitment to you. So I'll be here. If you can't be here, please join me on the replay. Type in replay so I know you've joined me on the replay. And as a friend of mine often says, sharing is caring. So please share this because you never know, someone else may benefit from this. The last thing I'm going to leave you with as I head out, I'm actually going to their global conference right now because this lifestyle medicine movement is going to different countries. Because again, this is the cheapest way that we can actually change people's lives. And we are very serious and committed to this. So the one thing I'm going to leave with you tonight is that if you are someone who has ever tried to make a change, because this is one of the challenges with lifestyle medicine, is that people want to lose weight, they want to eat right, they want to do all these different things, and they've tried and it just doesn't work. If you are one of these people, one of the best things that I can tell you to do, and the studies show this, is try to figure out your why. Your why cannot be because I or some other physician told you that it's the right thing to do. It has to come from you. So figure out your why. Get yourself a journal, write it down, and ask yourself, why do I want people? When you get that answer, ask again why. Keep asking why until you've gotten to the root of it. Because the truth of the matter is, on those days when the bad food smells so good, the reason you're going to choose to go healthy is because you're connected with your why. So as we go on this journey for the next 5 days, I'm going to be here 7:30 sharing with you tidbits, information of what these giants in the field, what they're finding, what they're sharing. I'm not going to wait for this to trickle down to you. One of the things that Michael Greger mentioned this morning, and people don't realize this, it took over 7,000 studies and articles before the Surgeon General of the United States actually came out and said smoking is bad for you. People knew this for many, many years. Can heal you, can reverse many chronic diseases. We know this. We don't need to wait for many, many years for it to trickle down. And so I encourage you to join me 7:30 every morning for the next 5 mornings. As I said, it's going to be a challenge because I'm going to be traveling, but I'm going to make it happen. And just share this with someone else. And if you can't make it here at 7:30, please join me on the replay. And again, thank you so much for joining. And I shall see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:30. Take care, Dr. Andrea.